Happy holidays, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 Sage, Stories of Resilience. We are so pleased you could all join us in celebrating the innovation and resiliency of our Central Oregon businesses. My name is Becca.
And I'm Chase. And I know what you're thinking. We're not wearing masks and we're not 6 feet apart. What gives?
Well, lucky for us, we are married, and we share a lot of things in our lives, including our germs.
This video is packed with incredible stories of overcoming obstacles and will leave you feeling inspired. You may even learn some new tips and tricks to overcome challenges you're facing in your business as well.
Now, before we get started, we would like to thank our sponsors for this video release. Their help was a key resource in creating this platform and spreading these stories across our community. Our title sponsor, US Bank, has prepared a short video that we would like to share with you today. Check it out.
A huge shout out to our title sponsor, US Bank. They've been a crucial partner for the Bend Chamber in 2020, and their leadership and community involvement has greatly impacted our community.
We would also like to thank our gold sponsors, Ferguson Wellman and Cascade Natural Gas, as well as our silver sponsor, Bentel.
We also have our video sponsors, Northwestern Home Loans, Redmond Proficiency Academy, and Webfoot. These sponsors were key supporters of this video project and each have a story of their own to share in this series as well.
It just goes to show how many businesses and organizations in Central Oregon want to support their community through a difficult time.
And now we would like to welcome to our digital stage our fearless leader and CEO of the Bend Chamber of Commerce, Katie Brooks. She'd like to take a moment to address our community and give some great insight into what we are going to be talking about today. Katie, take it away.
Thank you, Chase and Becca. Every year, the Bend Chamber celebrates the Sage Awards, where we highlight the best businesses and nonprofits in Bend and the people who have contributed a lifetime of achievement for the Bend business community. This year is different. With impacts of COVID, so many businesses struggled with new regulations and the hard decisions of laying off employees, modifying their businesses, and dealing with the uncertainty the virus brought to us all. And even the best innovation, intent, and commitment has not meant success for everyone. The pandemic has left indelible marks on all of our lives and the livelihoods and dreams of our friends and neighbors. Even with everyone's fortitude, consequences haven't always been fair. The Chamber also made our own adjustments as the year unfolded. We developed Central Oregon SOS, a website that housed information on funding from government to private as a one-stop shop for businesses in Central Oregon. We developed webinars that focused on the economics and the human health impact of COVID, along with information on issues and policies that matter to business. And we partnered with the City of Bend and Deschutes County to distribute $1.3 million in grants to area businesses. We also changed how we do events, and the Sage Awards is a great example of this. Instead of honoring a few outstanding businesses this year, our hope is to celebrate the resiliency of so many businesses who had to stop, pivot, and persevere. We know that almost every business in Bend is its own example of resilience. We're so thrilled to share these stories with you. This video is a gift of hope from some of our local businesses to all of you. And as we look forward to 2021, as we see vaccines lessening restrictions and businesses gaining ground on the other side of COVID, we hope to share more stories of resilience and recovery. Thank you for joining us in celebrating the Sage Stories of Resilience.
Thank you, Katie, for sharing some insight into SAGE and how the concept has evolved to better reflect where we are as a community.
Now, let's talk about the topic of resilience. We've had so many wonderful Central Oregon businesses share their stories of perseverance with us, and we could not be any more excited to share these inspiring tales with you today.
And perhaps there is no better place to start than with the medical professionals over at St. Charles who have been working the front lines of this pandemic. Their top priority has been to help keep their patients and the community safe.
Earlier this year, in anticipation of COVID-19's arrival to Central Oregon, St. Charles Health System set up a number of teams to prepare and support hospital operations for the possibility of a surge of sick patients at St. Charles.
Through the leadership of their incident command team, they were able to increase the hospital's capacity by doubling beds in rooms that are big enough to do so, and combing the facility for areas where patients are not typically cared for, but could be if needed.
Ultimately, the surge planning process included all the key components that enabled St. Charles to deliver safe and effective care, including food services and linens, demands on the health system's laboratory and pharmacy, and of course, staffing. This process has proved to be valuable exercise for their team that will bring useful information and experience for generations to come.
The doctors and nurses at St. Charles have been working tirelessly to ensure the preparedness of their organization and the safety of our community. Your work does not go unnoticed, and we cannot thank you enough.
While a pandemic is a monumental challenge for all organizations, recently opened businesses have been hit hard with little to no foundation to fall back on.
Collective Pallet is a Central Oregon company that helps organizations expand and grow while offering packaging and storing solutions.
They opened their doors on January 30th and saw a great path ahead of them. Unfortunately, like most businesses, COVID created many issues for their startup. With a new team, roles began quickly changing as they pursued additional online marketing knowledge.
Through realigning their priorities, they were able to find success as a fulfillment center. With many businesses transitioning to direct-to-consumer sales, they were able to fill the need of the community while keeping their staff employed.
In addition to the resiliency they have displayed in their business, they've also prioritized donating their time and voices to those in need this last year. This included volunteering at the local family kitchen to provide meals and advocating for housing solutions, as well as promoting diversity training with their board members.
Through all of this, they have maintained a positive outlook on the future and value the lessons and information that the pandemic has brought to their business.
Now we're going to move to a story that's guaranteed to warm your heart. Heartwarmers.
Heartwarmers is an Oregon nonprofit organization of over 200 volunteers who make fleece blankets and similar items for other local nonprofits.
While COVID brought challenges into how they would operate within their workspace, the volunteers decided that stopping operations altogether was simply not an option.
They developed the take-home blanket making project so that their volunteers can check out materials, create the blankets at home, and return the finished products.
In September, with the help of volunteers from First Interstate Bank, they made and distributed over 700 items, including 381 blankets, 130 hand-knit bears to accompany children's blankets, 72 pairs of socks, soaps, and hand cloths to evacuees who had come to Central Oregon due to wildfires. While the pandemic brought new challenges and quickly stole our attention, there are other global issues that still need to be addressed.
The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children has reported a 106% increase in cyber tip line reports of suspected children exploitation in 2020. Due to the stay-at-home orders, children have been on the internet at a much higher rate. This has unfortunately expanded the digital reach of traffickers as well.
The Guardian Group is a team of teams comprised of former special operations, military, law enforcement, and intelligence community professionals working to disrupt sex trafficking in the United States.
Recently, they have experienced shifts in the way that they have to raise funding. Donating funds becomes difficult for many people during a pandemic, so Guardian Group has to pivot in approaching a larger audience to donate a monthly amount.
They have gone from 15 to 132 monthly donors in just 18 months. They believe that their resiliency is only as strong as the community that surrounds them, and this year that has been nothing short of extraordinary.
With being unable to travel as much during the pandemic, they have shifted their focus to increasing their digital resources. They offer many of these trainings free of charge for organizations and businesses that are at risk of inadvertently contributing to the global issue of child trafficking. Now we would like to shine a light on some amazing things that our video sponsor Webfoot is doing in our community.
Servicing and painting the homes of individuals in Central Oregon can be less than appealing during a pandemic. That's why Webfoot has gone above and beyond to make sure that their customers and employees remain safe. This includes working from home and frequent sanitation at the office, as well as enhanced distancing and free portable toilets out on the work site.
But perhaps what they are most proud of is this year's Project Sirius. Gavin from Webfoot is going to share a little more about their project and how they are going above and beyond to give back to our community during a time of need. Check it out.
Hey, it's Gavin at Webfoot. This has been certainly a crazy year. I think we've all heard it before, but exceptionally crazy year. We're here talking about Project Sirius. For 2020, we had it all worked out for Project Sirius. We're gonna do our Teachers Edition. help out the Bonnie family, fantastic project. Then COVID hits. And we have to find ways to do more, I think, to support within our community. So we decided to do 3 more project series and to make them dedicated to those in the community that are having an impact in these times of COVID. So whether or not they're been heavily affected by COVID, which we all have, but some more than others, or if they're having a big impact within the community to support those that have been affected by COVID. So we found 3 families, the Stoll family, the Miller family, and the Hines family. We were able to do a project series every month, all summer long. Super cool, super rewarding experience for myself, but for our whole team. Had a blast doing it, got to meet some more wonderful people within our community and help them out. We all need a little extra help this year and a little extra love and support, and we were pleased to be able to do that this year.
With so many burdens on the shoulders of our community members, Project Sirius is Webfoot's way of lessening the stress of home ownership and maintenance.
To keep our train of resilience going, we want to talk about a true institution in the Bend community.
The Tower Theater, best known as Ben's Living Room, had to shut its doors on March 13th as our community and the world retreated into their own living rooms for the next 7 months. While they may have been closed, the lights weren't off.
In the past 9 months, they have launched a homebound Broadway quarantine video contest, offered up curbside concessions, celebrated Central Oregon's graduating seniors with marquee messages, and with careful planning, training, and county health authority approval, opened their doors to local performers in the weekend series of All for One, One for All showcases.
The Tower Theater believes that the arts bring us together and help make sense of issues surrounding us. So in October of this year, they held their first Drive Out campaign, a 3-day mobile event that brought the Summit Express Jazz Band through 3 neighborhoods in Central Oregon and filled the streets with the sweet sound of swing.
While they have persevered through many challenges this year, times are still difficult. After our most recent freeze, the Tower looks forward to reopening its doors and welcoming the community back to the living room.
Now we want to talk about a business that all Central Oregon outdoor enthusiasts enjoy, Pine Mountain Sports.
We've all loved going there. You've gotten your ski jackets there, your winter jackets, and even your Christmas tree tags.
Last year, Pine Mountain Sports won the Sage Large Business of the Year award. Owner Dan McGarrigle sent us a video to share a few words with the community.
Hi, Dan here with Pine Mountain Sports. You know, in 2019 we were humbled and a little surprised to have won the Sage Business Award. In 2020, it's definitely come with its challenges, but it's also come with its opportunities, and I know we've all learned a lot. And like you, we look forward to smoother waters ahead, but we've also got to take time to say thank you to our staff, our community, and of course to the Bend Chamber for all that they do and all that they've done in supporting local businesses. And to the 2020 nominees, we wish you the best of luck. Thanks again, Central Oregon. We love you.
While more people are interested in getting out and into nature, Pine Mountain Sports has faced their fair share of challenges, such as shortened supply chains and even having to close their doors for a period in order to keep their staff and customers safe.
They haven't let any of that stop them from getting out to support and engage our community. They teamed up with Saving Grace Charity via their Community Ambassador program to host their annual Bring the Heat coat drive to get warm winter jackets to the individuals that need them.
With a diverse and expanding community, our need for quality and affordable healthcare continues to grow. The men and women at Mosaic Medical have been a key resource for many members of our community.
Over the course of a few weeks in early March, as COVID-19 began to have an impact on our community, Mosaic Medical, like all medical professionals, responded rapidly. In a very short period of time, they transitioned from less than 1% to over 80% of their staff working from home and completed a massive reorganization to assign staff to high-value COVID-19 tasks.
They have also conducted extensive outreach to vulnerable populations, including the Latino community and unhoused individuals. Every member of their team has been in an all-out sprint since the pandemic started to make sure they can continue to provide high-quality care to their patient base of more than 27,000 Central Oregonians.
In addition, they developed new protocols and services that have included drive-up appointments, low to zero cost COVID testing, and behavioral health hotlines to assist individuals who are dealing with COVID-related anxiety, depression, and job loss.
As a community, we are so grateful for the men and women who are fighting on the front lines of healthcare to keep our community safe. Be sure to reach out to your friends and family that are involved in our medical community and say thank you. With all of the daily stress in our lives throughout this year, sometimes you just need to sit back and enjoy the scent of your candles.
Broken Top Candle Company, while helping to alleviate your mental obstacles, has not been free from their own. Supply chain issues had affected their ability to keep many of their most popular products in stock throughout the early months of the pandemic. However, they were able to pivot by using it as an opportunity to innovate their offerings and explore new ways of presenting their products.
They were even able to help create their own line of hand sanitizer to help provide a much-needed resource to local businesses while keeping employees' hands soft and moisturized. In 2020, one of our most impacted industries has been our friends and family in hospitality. With travel restrictions and a lack of tourism, many companies are needing to find innovative ways to keep their businesses afloat.
Ben's South Holiday Inn Express had recently opened their doors before the pandemic struck. Immediate issues of supply chain delays, changing timelines, and shifting sales became a huge undertaking.
The health and safety of both their guests and staff has always been their top priority. Enhanced and revolutionized cleaning protocols have changed the way they offer their services for the better. From grab-and-go breakfast options to scheduled usage of their recreational facilities, the challenges have provided valuable lessons for their future success.
They have held a firm belief that they are community and have taken it upon themselves to organize park cleanup initiatives with their staff and even donated a surplus of mattresses to Habitat for Humanity during the early months of the pandemic.
While they wait to welcome tourists back into the city of Bend, they continue to support our local community to further their growing relationships. While it is great to celebrate the resiliency of our local businesses and the community as a whole, we understand that we are not out of the storm yet.
Businesses are still faced with difficult challenges every day, and we're here to help.
Central Oregon SOS.com is a collaborative effort led by all Central Oregon chambers, city officials, and educational institutes to provide business owners with valuable information on funding, protocols, and new COVID information.
CentralOregonSOS.com is a resource for not just employers, but employees as well. Visit the website and utilize their platform to gain valuable information into what assistance is available.
This brings us to the end of our first video release for 2020 Sage Stories of Resilience. It is incredible to see the innovations and projects that our business community has pioneered over the last 9 months.
While this pandemic may make us feel hopeless at times, it's these inspiring stories that give us confidence that we'll come out stronger on the other side.
Thank you all so much for joining us today. Look for our second Stories of Resilience episode to release after the holidays. We want to leave you today with a look at what the Red Cross Foundation was able to accomplish this year as part of the Forest Fire Relief Campaign.
From everyone here at the Bend Chamber of Commerce, thank you and happy holidays.
As a Red Cross volunteer, I'm kind of spreading that message that we're all here to take care of each other. We're all here to make each other feel safe. We're all here to help each other build back what we've lost.
More than 1,000 volunteers from the Cascades region and across the country shared their time, their compassion, and their hope to support our fellow Oregonians impacted by the recent wildfires. The Red Cross is able to carry out our humanitarian mission because of the generosity of volunteers and donors like you. Our work continues day and night as we help those who are impacted by disasters, big and small. On behalf of the Red Cross Cascades region and all of those that we serve, thank you for your support and for your donation and for your commitment to helping our friends and neighbors. Thank you.